The Four Agreements, A Practical Guide to Personal Freedom by Don Miguel Ruiz is a profound spiritual book rooted in ancient Toltec wisdom. It offers a practical framework for personal transformation by presenting four powerful agreements that, when followed, lead to greater happiness, personal freedom, and an escape from self-limiting beliefs. The core of the book revolves around shifting our mindset to align with these four agreements, which serve as a guide to live with more authenticity and inner peace. Introduction: The Dream of the Planet. Ruiz begins by explaining that each of us is living in a dream, which he calls the dream of the planet. This dream is the collective reality constructed by society, shaped by our upbringing, culture, education, and the agreements we make with ourselves and others. From a young age, we learn various rules and beliefs that tell us who we should be, how we should act, and how we should think. These beliefs are often not our own, but we unconsciously accept them as truths. As we grow older, these learned beliefs create our inner narrative. However, Ruiz argues that many of these beliefs are harmful, restrictive, and based on fear. They cause us to suffer unnecessarily, creating what he refers to as domestication of the human mind. By recognizing and breaking free from these self-imposed limitations, we can begin to live authentically and reclaim our personal freedom. The Four Agreements. Ruiz introduces four simple but powerful agreements that, if practiced consistently, can liberate us from the fear-based thinking that dominates our lives. These agreements help break the negative cycles of self-judgment, blame, and emotional suffering. Agreement 1. Be impeccable with your word. The first and perhaps most important agreement is to be impeccable with your word. Ruiz explains that the word is incredibly powerful. It can create or destroy. It is the tool through which we express our thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. The word can be used to build trust and love, or it can be used to spread negativity, gossip, and harm. To be impeccable with your word means to speak with integrity and truth. It requires that we avoid speaking negatively about others or ourselves. This agreement extends beyond just honesty. It's about recognizing that what we say has the potential to shape reality. If we constantly speak ill of ourselves or others, we perpetuate negativity in our lives and the lives of those around us. Being impeccable with our word fosters positivity, love, and healing. This agreement also involves avoiding gossip and not using our words to spread hate, fear, or untruths. By committing to the power of truth and integrity, we elevate our relationships and our internal dialogue, which in turn influences our external word. Agreement 2. Don't take anything personally. So the second agreement is not to take anything personally. Ruiz explains that nothing others do is because of you. It is a reflection of their own reality, beliefs, and issues. When we take things personally, we allow the opinions and actions of others to define our self-worth and happiness. This leads to unnecessary suffering and emotional pain. When someone criticizes or judges us, it's important to remember that their words or actions stem from their own perceptions and experiences. By taking things personally, we assume that we are the cause of their behavior, but in reality, their behavior has more to do with them than with us. This agreement helps us maintain emotional balance and prevents us from being easily hurt by the actions of others. When we stop taking things personally, we become less reactive and more grounded in our own truth. We can also avoid internalizing negativity and can stay focused on our personal journey. Agreement 3. Don't make assumptions. The third agreement is to not make assumptions. Ruiz argues that many of the problems we face in relationships and life stem from the assumptions we make. We assume we know what others are thinking, feeling, or intending without actually communicating or clarifying with them. These assumptions create misunderstandings, frustration, and conflict. To stop making assumptions, we need to cultivate the habit of asking questions and seeking clarity. Instead of assuming, we should communicate openly and directly with others. Clear communication is essential in avoiding unnecessary drama and maintaining healthy relationships. This agreement also applies to the assumptions we make about ourselves. Often, we assume we are incapable of achieving something, or that we know all there is to know about a situation, which can limit our growth and possibilities. By letting go of assumptions, we open ourselves up to greater understanding and more harmonious interactions. Agreement 4. Always do your best. The fourth agreement is to always do your best. This agreement ties the other three together and serves as the foundation for all the agreements. Doing your best means consistently striving to live in alignment with the previous three agreements, but also recognizing that your best will vary from day to day, depending on your circumstances. On some days, your best may be strong and focused, while on other days, it may be less due to fatigue, stress, or illness. The key is to do your best you can with the resources and energy you have at any given moment. When you commit to always doing your best, you eliminate feelings of regret, self-judgment, and guilt. This agreement encourages a balanced and realistic approach to life. It recognizes that perfection is not the goal, effort is. By doing your best, you allow yourself to be compassionate and patient with your progress while still pushing yourself to grow and evolve. So let's now look at the power of these agreements. Ruiz emphasizes that applying these four agreements in daily life can lead to dramatic personal transformation. When we live by these agreements, we free ourselves from the expectations, judgments, and limitations imposed by society. We begin to experience a deeper sense of inner peace, freedom, and authenticity. By being impeccable with our word, we cultivate positivity and integrity. By not taking things personally, we protect our emotional well-being and maintain healthy relationships. By avoiding assumptions, we prevent misunderstandings and create clarity in communication. And by always doing our best, we accept that we are human and can only do as much as our current energy and circumstances allow. Ruiz acknowledges that breaking free from old limiting agreements is challenging. Most of us have lived with these agreements for many years, and they have shaped our habits, thoughts, and behaviors. However, with awareness and persistence, we can begin to replace old agreements with these new, empowering ones. The key to transformation is consistent practice. The four agreements are simple, but they require dedication and conscious efforts. Over time, as we integrate these agreements into our lives, we start to notice significant changes in our emotional and mental well-being. So to conclude, The Four Agreements offers a practical and spiritual guide to personal freedom. By following the Four Agreements, we can break free from self-imposed limitations, cultivate deeper inner peace, and live more authentically. Ruiz's teachings invite us to question the beliefs we have inherited and to create new agreements that align with our true self. The journey to personal freedom begins with a shift in mindset, and these four agreements provide a powerful framework to help us along the way. Ultimately, the Four Agreements is about reclaiming the power we have given away to fear, negativity, and false beliefs, and using it to create a life of love, truth, and freedom.